A big storm moving into the northeast. Eventually it's going to move out. We've got changes on the way. Let's time everything out first, and then we'll get into the details of the forecast. Across the northeast and also the Ohio Valley, we're dealing with rain showers. Now, the good news is on the severe weather side of things, we start to settle down tonight as these storms move into a more stable air mass here across the northeast. Wind will be howling out of that east and southeast here across southern New England, coastal flooding, strong gusty winds. The wind and rain will be blowing sideways as we head into early Friday morning. So from New York up to Providence to Boston, pretty much all of southern New England getting hammered early in the morning. And then we've got rain showers back here across the Ohio Valley, say from Pennsylvania, Erie, Pennsylvania, down to Columbus. This right here, guys, I'm just going to tell you, that's an area of misery. Rain showers, temperatures in the 30s and 40s, kind of a gross day. Rain going hard across down East Maine as we head into Friday night. Eventually that settles down and winds turn in out of the northwest. Cold with showers here across the interior areas of the northeast. So from Pennsylvania to New York, we'll see rain showers, boom, go over to some snow showers. Maybe some light accumulations in some of the grassy areas, but a big change is on the way next week as temperatures start to rebound. Cold though this weekend. Here are your temperatures on Friday, waking up already cold here across the Midwest into the Great Lakes, 30s and 40s widespread, even into the south. I mean, Mississippi, Alabama, upper 60s, maybe even mid 60s to 50s from Tennessee north. And then as we head into Friday afternoon, temperatures across the northeast dropping pretty much through the day, waking up Saturday cold in the 20s. How about mid 20s here across parts of the interior areas of the northeast from New York down into Pennsylvania. Even the Appalachians will likely be below freezing early Saturday, but temperatures already on the rebound. Saturday afternoon is going to be cold here from upstate New York. I would argue even the cities of the northeast. So New York City, we barely will get into the 40s. A little warmer once you move south of, say, Pennsylvania, 50s and 60s, and here comes the real warmth off to the south and west, 70s and 80s back here. That cold in the northeast doesn't last. It starts to push out finally by Sunday, but still relatively cold for this time of year, 40s and 50s, but eventually we will see some warmth move in. Look at these temperatures on Monday, 80s across the Carolinas, even back into Missouri. So St. Louis, we're talking about mid 80s, 70s up towards Chicago and Michigan, all the way into Kentucky. Another warm day on Tuesday. We stay warm on Wednesday. I think the warmest day this week overall, regionally, it will be on Thursday. A lot of 80s out there. Look at all of the deep reds here across eastern North Carolina, back into the mid-Mississippi Valley and lower Mississippi Valley. Upper 80s for parts of the deep south. And if you really want to get warm, I think the day will be Friday as we squeeze our air ahead of the next system out of the southwest. Some compressional warming here. New York City probably getting close to 80. Same thing up here to Hartford, up to Boston. And we're talking about upper 80s, I think, for the coastal plain from the Virginia coast all the way down to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Now, as our system moves out of the northeast, we have another weak system that'll bring a few showers on late Saturday night into early Sunday. And then this system across the plain states, that's going to be the big player next week with a lot of severe weather. The Storm Prediction Center already highlighting this area for strong thunderstorms. I think the tornado threat is high, and you've really got to pay attention to this circle here into parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. That'll be the highest threat at this point. And then on Tuesday, things push off to the east. If there is some good news, it will weaken as it heads into Canada, so I think that will reduce the severe threat somewhat. We see a decent ridge starting to build here in the east and the upper level, so I think that will begin our warming trend. Once we move into next weekend, I think a weak shot of cool air tries to move across the northern tier of the country, and that could push our temperatures back below average. So the weather's definitely staying active over the next couple of weeks. And if you made it this far in the video, I just want to let you guys know I appreciate everyone who has, and if you are watching these videos. And going into summer, I've always wondered, am I going to keep doing these videos? And I can tell you, it's tough to find the time to do it, but I really enjoy it. Is there something different you'd like to see me do here on the channel? I always love hearing from you guys, so drop me a comment down below. If you've made it this far in the video, you are dedicated. If you really want to help out, I'd love to see you become a subscriber. Thanks to everyone who has done so. It has really helped the channel here grow, and it really helps the algorithm, I think anyway. Honestly, I'm still figuring this whole YouTube thing out. So again, thanks for your support. I'll see you next time.